Psalms 118. The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. Shouts of joy and victory. Resounds in the tents of the righteousness. The Lord's right hand has done mighty things. Amen.
Welcome back to the Phluffy Boiz podcast. This is episode 7. I am your host, Evan, with my co-hosts,
Brian
and Kenyon. We're World Series champions. We are number 1 in the MLB. I mean, how does it feel? Like, how are we all feeling about this?
Still don't feel real.
No doubt.
It probably doesn't feel real to me, just because I haven't really got to celebrate it.
Yeah. You know, he actually was going to come in Thursday. No, he was going to come in. You were going to come in, Thursday. We were going to go to the parade on Friday. But I decided not to go because
Big
I
said
didn't want to
no.
go without any of my friends. And Big said no.
I still think that's a dumb decision on your part. I wouldn't have missed it if I was in Texas. Nothing would have made me miss it.
True. But Raiders 1-5. First game was amazing. Adolis Garcia walked it off in the bottom of the 11th.
Yeah.
It was the 11th. And then game 2.
It had to be the bottom if he walked it off, yeah.
Whatever. But game 2 was not as pleasant as what we wanted it to be. Game 3 was great. Game 4 was great. Game 5 until about the 7th inning.
Debatable.
It was okay. I mean,
no, it was a good baseball game for actual baseball fans.
Nathan pitched great.
Nathan Shovey.
He pitched amazing. He went from the first inning until the 6th inning. I mean, there were runners on third. I mean, bases were loaded at one point, and he pitched an amazing game. Zach pitched a good game too. I mean,
I'm glad we're getting him back. Oh, Andrew Heaney and Jose Leclerc have accepted their option, so they'll be here. They'll be on the team next year as well.
I actually talked to a guy today where he had posted about Shohei coming to Texas or the Dodgers. I said, don't get me wrong, it would be really, really cool. But then I told him what you said was like, do we really want to wait a year for him to get his arm back? I just have him as a DH.
Well, I mean, he's still going to produce as a DH. Don't get me wrong. He's still going to be, if we get him, he's going to be worth his money. More than likely, unless he tears his arm up again, then you get to wondering. But like Jacob deGrom, worth his money, even though he tore his arm up. You know, he's having the same surgery. They're both getting Tommy John. But I don't regret getting Jacob deGrom. So if we got Shohei, I wouldn't regret getting Shohei. But do you get Shohei or do you get 4 or 5 other free agents for the price of Shohei?
That's still we get Kershaw. We got 2 veteran pitchers in the bullpen with
Kershaw does not pitch well in the postseason.
True.
Why would Scherzer be in the bullpen?
I'm just meaning in the pitchers, bullpen, whatever. No, Kershaw's a free agent. So he's going to – I think he's opted out. So he's leaving LA.
I don't know
Unless
what he's
they
done.
pull some.
And you said, yeah, he's probably gonna retire for the Dodgers. I mean, he's been on there all.
But then
He was
Kenny did pull up something
gonna come
today.
he was gonna come to Texas last year, and then he just decided he was just gonna go back to the Dodgers.
I mean, Kenny told me earlier he's from Dallas, so, and he said he wants to play for the Rangers.
Now, since won the World Series, he might come. Why not?
Yeah, but like Kenny said, he don't post. I mean, he don't pitch one in the postseason. Did you not see
Not
Game
avoiding
1 against the Diamondbacks?
No.
They lost 10. Was it 9-1?
Oh yeah, that.
They gave up
blowout.
6 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, that blowout. That was sad.
Didn't pitch another game in that whole
look,
series.
Look,
They even took him out.
I'm a pro Trevor Bauer fan. I believe everything that happened between him and that lady was all consensual, and I don't believe that he beat her up or anything. I think this is one of the big conspiracies I'm on board with. Was he was making the MLB higher ups mad with what he was saying about the sticky stuff and all of these kinds of stuff, because this dude is very knowledgeable in the sport of baseball. And what was happening, it all happened in the time where Trevor, people were actually listening to Trevor Bauer, and then all of a sudden, here comes this girl that he supposedly did all this stuff to, and the MLB normally kept a lot of that stuff quiet, they'll kind of keep it on the down low for as long as possible, but it was just boom, 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 boom with Trevor Bauer, and suspensions and all everything, just boom, 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 boom. That was a little sus there. But I wouldn't be opposed to getting Trevor Bauer.
See, I wasn't opposed to getting that one guy we were talking about earlier. That was from
Not opposed to getting Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, there you go, Cody Bellinger.
I'd like him.
I wouldn't oppose getting Clayton Kershaw. I wouldn't oppose getting Shohei. But how much longer does Kershaw got? Kershaw's only got about, and I'll say this truthfully, he's maybe got 3 or 4 seasons left. He's gonna retire before long. You look at Shohei. Shohei's got he's got a while till he retires.
Well, that's the big if about Shohei.
Do we want to spend the money on him?
The thing is, if you sign Shohei, you're probably signing him for $590 to $650 million for probably roughly 8 years. So if he was 29 this year, then that would put him 36 or something.
36, 37, depending on the day he was born.
Whatever math that is.
Yeah.
Playing both ways, that's hard. It's already hard on his body now, let alone getting to 33, 34, 35, 36, trying to do it every day.
It's like Max. Max used to play both ways for the Nationals. Max used to hit. Max used to pitch. I think, didn't he? Didn't Max hit for the Nationals?
He had to. In the National League, you had to hit as a pitcher. You didn't have a DH. They had no option. Shohei has an option.
Oh, I was wondering. I didn't know that.
The National.
So there's a National League and there's an American League. We're in the American League. The Dodgers are in the National League. Or at the time, the Nationals, I mean, they're still in the National League. But they changed the DH rule in 21, I think. Maybe 20. They changed it to where everybody had a universal DH. So then the pitcher didn't have to hit. But Jacob deGrom was hitting like a 800 at one point.
Damn.
Yeah. That's why Bartolo Colon has a home run, because he was playing for the Mets, and the Mets are in the National League.
I gotcha.
So on the national team, there's no DH. You know, the American.
No, now everybody has DH.
Yeah.
Now there's a universal DH. But at
So,
one
like-
point in time, yes, it's only the National League. So whenever used to in the World Series, when they got to the World Series, they would so like how we played on the road games for the Rangers against the Diamondbacks this year,
Yeah.
they would have had a hit, like the pitcher would have had a hit. And then at home for the Rangers, the Diamondbacks would have got a DH. Because that's the rules. So you have to play. You have to abide by the rules of where you're at. But now it's a universal DH. So everybody has a DH, so the pitchers don't have to hit.
I say, hold on. I'm trying to think who the DH is for Rangers.
Mitch Garver.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can be the DH, but it's normally Mitch Garver.
Yeah. Simeon had that home run in Game 5. Was that the
home run in Game 5 and Game 6, or he had a home run in Game 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think they did. I mean, our predictions weren't right with Game. I think he said Game 7.
I said 4 originally because I didn't know what was going on. What was up? I said 4. Then I started learning from you guys, and I said 7.
At least Brian's on it.
And we said 6, but we weren't far off. But it'd have been cool if they'd have won it in Globe Life. But
no, it would have been cool. I think the fans would have liked it more, but like they had to win it on the road. Like just the storyline of it all, they had to win on the road. Go 11-0 on the road, win on the road. You win the world. You actually win the World Series on the road. It just had to happen.
I mean, you called me that night and you go, "Is it real? Is this real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're champions."
Well, it's just like the call of the legendary Rangers not an announcer, but like radio host guy. He was like, "Ranger fans, you're not dreaming. Like it's actually a reality." But to me, I think I can't understand it really because I'm not in Texas, so like I'm not actually getting to celebrate it and stuff. Like it just feels like I went on the show and like won the World Series on the show with the Rangers, like I've done multiple times. Like that's kind of how it feels to me. But I think once I get back to Texas and like see y'all at Thanksgiving stuff, I think it'll actually like kick in. Or it just might take me going to opening day for it to finally kick in when I get to celebrate with more Ranger fans.
Hey,
Brian's already took off work for it.
Hey, yo. That looks like a face that says no. I haven't.
Hey, he's going. Hey, we're gonna just say he's on spring break, and we're gonna camp out the night before, and we're gonna go in there and get our replica ring. We're gonna get our Ranger ring, baby.
I'm not camping out.
Why?
They make hotels for a reason.
I know that, but like we'll get up early that next morning, and then we'll go camp out.
I really don't.
Okay, why are we planning something so like early?
Because everybody's gonna want to go.
Everybody's want to go.
You gotta get these tickets now if you're gonna go.
We can't get the tickets right now. They're not available until January 24th.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
as soon as them tickets open, better get the ticket. You better get You better have money on January 24th.
Hey, but you know what's funny? During that game that I went to, that's the day I became a Rangers fan. I even asked Evan. Yeah, Dodgers and Rangers. Don't hate me for that one.
You shouldn't hate me because I'm a Phillies and a Rangers fan.
This is what pissed me off. is Evan said if it came down to the Phillies, and look, Evan claims to be this Texas Ranger fanatic. But he said if the Rangers and Phillies, if it was a Ranger Phillies World Series, he would have picked the Phillies. Get out of here. Get out. Take the hat off. Get out of here.
Now, I want to be honest. If
I ain't putting up with it.
If the Dodgers and the Rangers, I'm gonna go.
It'd be one. Look, it'd be one thing for you to do that. Evan's from Texas.
That is true.
And
you
he's
are
picked
from
up.
Texas.
He's picked up being a Phillies fan. You are
No,
from
I
Los
haven't.
Angeles. You grew up on the
I've-
Dodgers. I'm not complaining for you being a Dodgers fan. Like you grew up
I've been
in
a
LA
Bryce
being a
Harper
Dodgers fan.
fanatic since I was little. Since I watched baseball, I watched Bryce Harper on the Nationals. He got traded to the Phillies. I watched him on the Phillies. I've always liked Bryce. I don't know anybody else on the whole freaking team of Philadelphia.
Guess what? That's my favorite player right there. Christian Yelich is my favorite player. Hands down, my favorite player. You know who I'm going to pick in a Brewers Rangers World Series? Not the Brewers.
Gotta go for your home team.
That's your home. I love everybody on the Rangers. Don't get me wrong. So if anybody on the Rangers ever watches this, don't get me wrong. I love you all. Just Christian Yelich is like right here, above all y'all.
Take it up a little more. You got a jersey. You don't gotta see your jersey and got a El Bombe
You know why? The last time I bought a Texas Ranger jersey with a name on the back, guess what happened? They lost in the playoffs. Ain't happening. And that person that I bought fell off the map. So it ain't happening. I'll buy a Ranger jersey, but it's gonna have either my name on it or somebody else's name. Or nobody's name. Because I ain't trying to put no bad juju on nobody. I don't want to get a Corey Seager jersey and him turn to Dookie, which I don't think he would if I got a Corey Seager jersey. But I'm not taking that chance. Because I got an Ian Kinsler jersey, and then all of a sudden he gets traded to the Tigers, and then I never see him again in a Ranger jersey. Ain't happening.
But during that game, I asked Evan, do you think the Rangers are going to the World Series? He said, nah.
If I'm being completely honest, I didn't think this was the year. No, I didn't.
I was like, man, I have a feeling that they're going to make it. I have a slight chance.
That last week of the regular, or not last week, the last, 20-something games that they lost 17 of them? I had no hope. I was like, this is where we fall off. And I'm happy that I'm wrong. And that's no hate to the Rangers. That's just, I think everybody felt that way.
I mean, like if you saw their record with the Astros, it was horrible.
They're 9-4, 9-1, 9-4.
It was like 70, 50, 70, 60, something when we went to the game.
What?
Yeah, the game. So we went June something?
We went in June. Playoffs started in what?
August. The end of August.
Yeah. So there was a month or two. I think they had like what?
They played like 20 games. They played like it's 20-something games, and they lost 17 of the 20 games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they fell out first, and that's how the Astros got. Which, like looking back at it, like I'm happy they did that because now they broke all these records and like makes the World Series even cooler and everything.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, in that specific time, like I was very not happy with the Rangers. I wasn't happy.
I had hope.
Because
I'm
like, screw the Astros. Why? What are we doing? We should be winning the division, not them. But then Alex Bregman, didn't use his words wisely. And then Martin Maldonado, he didn't use his words wisely. It all came back to haunt him. Got El Bombe out here smashing bombs left and right. You got my man Corey smashing bombs left and right. You got Marcus Simeon not wanting to play in the World Series until the last 2 games, which is okay. His defense was on point. Josh Young, he wanted to play in the previous series with his bat, but hey, defense wins ball games.
You got Nathan gets injured
you got
game
Nate.
2.
You got Big Dick Nate out here shoving. Nathan, he's shovey. Then you got J-Mo. You got Andrew Heaney coming out the bullpen and pitching lights out. You got Jose Leclerc, who was a bum in the middle of the season. No offense, Jose. Was a bum in the middle of the season, come out to be the best closer in baseball. Josh Spores, where did he come from? Didn't even know the guy. He was a bum. He was a bum.
Came out.
Came out.
And then
had like a 0.043 ERA with like 17 strikeouts or something. With Nate Lowe out here playing defense. Jonah Heim being Jonah Heim. Evan Carter being 2 months younger than me, playing out of his mind. Tavares, he was there.
Hey, Tavares had that amazing. No, it was against the Astros.
Jacob deGrom looking good in the dugout. Max Scherzer coming out, pitching in pain, getting us quality outings. I feel like I'm missing somebody important. Bruce Bochy coming out of retirement to be the freaking manager of the century. I don't care that he beat us in 2010. In 2010, I cared, but now could care less. He got a championship, and this is my prediction. Do we win next year? Yes.
He did.
Do we win the next year? No. Do we win in 2026? Yes. And then it's iffy after that.
Did you see?
It's Nathan Eovaldi right there.
There was a kid that ran out during the parade to Seager's truck, and he was like, "Sign my jersey, sign my jersey." It was a Nathaniel Lowe jersey that he had.
Hey, you gotta go with what you got. I mean,
and then someone hit Lowe's truck with a beer. I don't know. One fan threw him a beer, and then another fan threw him a beer, but all I heard was "pink."
Not all the fans played baseball growing up. Some are unathletic. It is what it is. I mean, it could have slipped coming out of the. I mean, you got to think a cold beer has that residue on it. You know, it could have slipped out of the hand on accident. You never know.
I mean,
shout out to Arlington putting almost 700,000 people out there. Shout out to them. Good Lord, I wish I was one of them.
And then, I mean, Lowe just absolutely chugged it. I mean, he just
Lowe was having a good time.
Lowe's a dog. Did you see him over there while they were all over there on the stage? Lowe's over there with his dog.
He was just out there with his dog.
Be me.
Corey Seager, not like Corey Seager coming out of what we all see as Corey Seager throwing shade at Alex Bregman. Can't beat it.
Everybody would ask me, what would it be like if the Rangers didn't win the World Series? I guess we'll never know.
You can tell that that's not something he would normally say, because if you look at the back at everybody's reaction, like especially Adolis, like Adolis heard it and he was like, and everybody's like,
knee slapper.
I am upset at Austin Hedges, because on a podcast he said he would go with some chaps, like some cowboy chaps that didn't have the butt, so you'd see his butt cheeks. He didn't wear them. I'm kind of upset. But all I gotta say about all of it is, I'm glad the wait is over. I'm glad we have our first one. Let's go out and get some more. I'm ready to be the best team in Texas. and none of it's possible without God. God had a plan. He made them go through hardship. I mean, there's a reason that our theme song is Creed. I mean,
can you take me higher?
Evan Carter, he shows what God can do with everything he does, and it's all glory to him. I'm happy that he has blessed us to give us the Rangers that opportunity and to let them succeed in the opportunity. I'm hoping that he blesses us some more with some future championships in the near future.
Amen to that. Do I hear a 4-peat?
Not a 4-peat, no.
Wouldn't that be crazy though?
Back to back is still debatable. But I do think with Bochy, I think we go on a run like his 2010 to like 2015 stint part. Like he was with the organization longer, but with the Giants, like they were in the World Series like almost every year.
Oh yeah.
I think we get to roughly that status. In like the next while that he's there.
Yeah.
Do you know this one stat? Who has the most home runs in baseball?
Ever? Should be Barry Bonds, but it doesn't count because he took steroids.
Oh.
I was watching earlier, and he was like, I thought, what did Adrian Beltre?
Oh, Adrian Beltre.
What record does he hold?
So I was right, Barry Bonds.
Yeah, it is Barry Bonds.
I didn't think they gave it to him because he took steroids.
In the college world today, our favorite team, the Oklahoma Sooners, lost to Oklahoma State. It was a hard fought game, but they came up on top, and all we can hope for is a win next year.
No, they're not playing. That's the last Oklahoma State game.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're moving to the SEC. Yeah, Oklahoma.
And they didn't want Oklahoma State opted out of doing a Bedlam or a in-state rivalry game anymore. That's one thing that made me kind of like really mad that they lost today. Because I'm like, y'all gonna let them do that to you, and then you're gonna lose. But I will say this. I am gonna say this. I'm not one to make excuses in college football. But that was pass interference.
It was. I
don't care.
That was. Oh
I don't care who you are. You can deny it all you want to, but you're lying if you deny it. That's pass interference. That's the last time I'll ever talk about it being pass interference. But that was pass interference. Should have Oklahoma still played defense good and not let them score on a 93-yard drive? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should they have scored on the last drive?
Yes.
Would have been harder. But it was possible. But it was pass interference. But that's all I'm going to say.
Also, our boy Kobe lost a hard-fought game to Texas today. They lost by 3.
In overtime. Said in overtime.
Yeah, in overtime.
USC is tied with Washington in the fourth, 42-42.
What's the LSU and Alabama game?
Alabama is winning 42-28 in the fourth.
Ooh,
Michigan is beating Purdue 34-6. Oregon State and Colorado are tied. Ole Miss beat Texas A&M. Ohio State beat Rutgers. I think it says Clemson beat
You know, Georgia's gonna have a hard opponent next week with Ole Miss. Ole Miss is like tearing it up out there. Like if they had that hard of trouble with Missouri today, Carson Beck is just the running backs had a bad day today in Missouri. Carson Beck had a not so hot day today. I mean, just another. You never know what the player's going through.
Clemson, unranked Clemson, beat number 15 Notre Dame, 31-23.
Dang. Good job, Clemson.
Hey, Army
Good job,
beat the
Sweeney.
Air Force.
Hey.
You have to have like a very, 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 very high academic like record and be extremely smart to go to West Point.
Yeah.
So to be extremely smart and extremely gifted at a sport is not necessarily, not a lot of people are gifted in that way.
Nope.
Now, on the other hand, being not so smart, but very gifted, or not so smart in school, but being very gifted in a sport, a lot of people have that. So when you have Georgia playing West Point, I mean, you can put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
Georgia is going to beat the ever living dog crap out of West Point.
Tua's brother today went off. Tagovailoa.
Oh, and like at West Point, like the coaches are military.
Yeah.
So like you're not going to get like a Nick Saban to go to West
Or
Point.
like a Sweeney or a.
Yeah. So one, your recruiting's already very limited, and
Yep.
2, your coaching is also very limited. Not saying that the coaches at those type of places are bad. I'm just saying like you don't
It's very
have
limited.
that option.
Yeah.
Like unless Nick Saban went through the Army. But I think to be a coach there, you had to go to West Point.
Yeah.
So, very limited options.
Back to what I was saying, that Tua's brother, he plays for Maryland. And hey, they didn't win the game, but that dude had 318 yards passing. He had 200 in the first half.
How do you have that much if they only scored 15 points and only 7 in the first half?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Dude, it's crazy.
That's like really impressive to not be impressive.
Yeah. Where are you going with?
Washington scored. It's 45-42.
Hey,
They kicked a field
wait, they only scored a field goal?
Yeah.
Gosh. Watch.
They are
USC is going to be like just.
Nope.
Texas is going. Oklahoma is going to the SEC.
I appreciate
The SEC. Okay,
South.
SEC.
Southeastern
Conference. Then you got the Big 12, which is like K-State, Kansas, Oklahoma, OSU, Texas.
You have like
Iowa State.
You have the mountain region.
Yeah.
Big Sky.
Nebraska's not
Pac-10,
in.
Pac-12.
Yeah. Pac-12. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know. Did you hear that Raiders fired Josh McDaniels? Dude, he should have stayed a coordinator. He's not going to get hired anywhere else.
Can you watch that game?
Yeah. They scored, so they got about.
I'm not watching it. I'm keeping track of it.
That's a high-scoring game for 24. Wait, go back up real quick. Washington's ranked number 5.
Yep.
Oh, I'm telling you, there are some teams this year that are looking great. I love it too.
Oklahoma has won 82. Oklahoma State has won 21. And they've tied 7 times. So, yeah.
Ain't it better?
They can say they won the last game.
But who really won?
But who really dominated?
Oklahoma. That is the second loss. 2 weeks in a row. Lost to Kansas last week. Lost to OSU today. But that Kansas game was so...
I told you it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. See where Chase Young got traded to the 49ers?
I didn't see that.
Chase Young got traded for a 4th round pick to go to the 49ers.
4th round?
4th round pick.
NFL trades don't.
Number 2
NFL
overall pick.
NFL trades and NBA trades make absolutely no sense.
No,
ever.
They don't. They don't. It's
like you could trade Giannis. Like, say Giannis got traded to the Mavericks. They'd trade Giannis for like
4
fourth round, 4 4th round picks in 2020 or 2038, and they'll take it. Like, stupid. None of them make sense. The Dame trade made sense. Like, it made sense because they actually traded people for people. Like, they traded like quality people around. That made sense.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about like when if they would have traded Dame to the Bucks for like a 1st round pick, a 2nd round pick, and a 3rd round pick in 2020 or in like 2030, makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, because like the Trailblazers could be absolutely turned up.
Dog water. And 3 picks ain't going to turn your organization around.
Yeah.
So on Monday in Bowling Green, the high will be 76 and the low will be 58, and it'll be partly cloudy. On Tuesday, the high will be 78 and the low will be 60, and it'll also be partly cloudy. Then moving on down to Wednesday, it'll get hot in Kentucky, and it'll be 81 as a high and 65 as a low, with it being very sunny. On Thursday, the high will go all the way down to a good 69 as the high, with 50 as low, and it'll be raining that day. And on Friday, it'll be partly sunny, very little sun, but it'll also be raining with a high of 57 and a low of 36. That is your weather for good old Kentucky.
All right, here's your weather for Paris next week. Monday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 81, a low of 61. Tuesday, it's going to be sunny again with a high of 78 and a low of 65. Wednesday, it's also going to be sunny with a high of 83 and a low of 61. Thursday, with a 50% chance of rain. Get your coats. It's going to be raining. You got a high of 68 and a low of 47. Friday, we're getting back down to the fall weather. It's going to be cloudy. And there is it's going to be the high of 64 and the low is 43. That is your weather forecast for Paris, Monday through Friday. All right, y'all, that is going to do it for episode 7 of the Phluffy Boiz podcast, and that is Boys Out. Every day's a blessing, baby.
We can't harmonize if you're not with me.
No, I didn't bought him. He bought him. I didn't buy him. I'm broke. I know. I want to make money.
I don't know how I don't have freaking blood just gushing out of my ears right now.
All those words. Why was all that?
Canyon's the original